Why this story matters. In a world often dominated by negative headlines, stories like this remind us that meaningful progress is happening every day.
Quick summary: this story highlights recent developments related to disability, showing how constructive action can lead to meaningful results.
One-armed golfer Patrick Duke gets hole-in-one SWNS. Golfers as old as 103 have hit holes in one, but have you ever heard of the feat being achieved by someone with only one arm? But recently, an Irish golfer celebrated sinking his first ever hole-in-one after learning how to play the game since an accident left him with only one arm. A physically challenged golfer is celebrating sinking his first ever hole-in-one after learning how to play the sport after an accident left him with only one arm. Would you like to read more good news about disability, depression, England, golf, overcoming, and achievement? Patrick Duke beat the odds of 100,000 to 1 when he hit the perfect tee shot on the fourth hole at Overstone Park in Northamptonshire, England. The 16-year-old had been playing with friends on the 120-yard par 3 when he slotted his first ace with a 7-iron. The feat was even more remarkable, considering how new he was to the game, having learned how to play following his accident in 2012. Pat credits golf with saving his life over the past 7 years while he has undergone serious physical and mental health challenges. I'm not very good at golf, but it saved my life, Pat told SWNS news agency. One-armed golfer Patrick Duke on the green. SWNS golf is not my game. I'm 280 pounds and 6'2". My games were always rugby, Gaelic football, soccer and cricket. I've also worked all my life since I was 15, so I was very active until a workplace accident changed my life. I couldn't see a way back for me at times, but then a friend asked me if I had ever played golf. I had some lessons with a pro and told him to treat me as a blank canvas and it'll do what you tell me to. He said what works for me would not work for others, so I sort of developed my own technique. He managed to birdie on the hole before a few weeks earlier, but this one had always been a problem for Pat. 8 times out of 10 I knock it in the water and it starts getting into your head. My clubs have very nearly gone in the lake there on a number of occasions. So I thought this time I'm going to aim straight for the flag instead of the green. SWNS, if anyone else used a 7-iron on that hole it would have been about 100 yards past the flag. As soon as I hit it, I knew I had caught it sweet. Kevin was telling me that's on the button, that is. We watched it get nearer and nearer. It actually landed about a foot past the hole and rolled back. I got backspin on it, but I've no idea how. People on the 5th hole walking by were applauding me. Kevin threw his club in the air. I couldn't quite believe it. I was gobsmacked. Related, shoes that adapt to uneven surfaces help folks with mobility issues walk easier now for sale online. That's when he said to his playing partner Kevin, fancy getting beaten by a one-armed man. I was told the odds of somebody with a disability getting a hole-in-one was 0.001 or 1 in 100,000. Pat had worked in the road surfacing industry for more than 30 years before his jacket became caught in a machine, ultimately leading to the loss of his arm. He later developed post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. I was in a really bad place. I had suicidal thoughts and lost confidence, self-worth, and relationships. Pat first tried golf in 2018 after he was introduced to Overstone Park's PGA professional Brian Mudge. He quickly found both confidence and community at the club. Good golf news. Golf buddies sink consecutive holes in one on same tee shot, beating 17 to 1 odds. Cute dog walking around golf course has collected 6,000 lost golf balls, which are donated to charities. Dentists who gathered there as a kid just qualified to play in the US Open on the same course. It's a dream come true. The people I have met have been phenomenal.
It gave me confidence and a reason to get out of the house.
To come from having suicidal thoughts, my self-worth going out the window, no courage, no confidence, no nothing, and then to find golf and friendship. I think everything happens for a reason. If I can do it, anybody can. Golf gave me confidence, friendship, and the will to live. Article goodheadlines.org curates positive and solution-focused stories from trusted sources around the world.